MC. Yeah, oh yeah. It's that boom bap, MC hip hop. Oh yeah. It's that bap, street hop, street hop, boom bap TV. It's that boom bap, MC hip hop. Yeah, it's that boom bap, MC hip hop rap. Yeah, spit it acapella all tracks. It's that boom bap, MC hip hop rap. Spit it acapella all track. It's that boom bap. It's that boom bap. It's that boom bap. MC hip hop rap. All track. Oh yeah.
Peace and blessings, love and light. What's going on? It's the brother M-Ski1, aka Lord Get Busy, aka Brother Malcolm. And welcome to another installation of Boom BAP TV's in-studio interview series. Today's guest is the mighty As Is from the legendary group The Outsidaz.
Yes, sir.
Along with the promoter extraordinaire, J Crush.
Yeah. Drunken Out, whoa.
Peace. Call me Mr. Drunken Out As Is X from today. Yeah, I mean,
Peace,
putting
brother.
that out there. Peace.
Welcome to the show. We thank you guys for coming through, taking the time to build with us.
Thanks for having us.
Appreciate you having me, man. You know what I mean? I'm in Brooklyn, man. I feel good. Anytime
Come
I come to
on.
Brooklyn, I feel like I'm home.
For the people out there who may not know, who is As Is?
I'm As Is X, Mr. Drunken Out. But I'm As Is from Legendary Outsidaz. Who am I? Is a natural, humble, hungry, loving, caring, sharing being. I've evolved to another level where I have a different understanding of life. So I used to be the wild brother, did a lot of wild things. So now I am more so a positive force and a positive light. That's who I am today, if you want to ask, and I'll be humbly honest and respect everything you ask.
When did you realize that you had a passion for this thing, this culture that we call hip hop? Or what was your first love that pulled you into the culture? Because I know for me it was graph. Before anything else, it was the graffiti, and then I fell into everything else. So like for you, what was your what was the hook that said, "Yo, come here, man, this is you"?
Well, I'll be honest. Music has always been my number one love. Like before guns, before I remember even loving women, music. Because I was 6 years old and I used to DJ my parents' party. My mom would have parties at my grandpa's house, the house we live in Guyana. And I used to be the DJ at 6 years old. And I used to play the records from the character on the records. You know what I mean? So I used to switch records, put them on, and they used to love me when I was young. So that was my passion. And then when I got here, to be honest, the person who brought me into the game and captivated my whole world was KRS-One. You know what I'm saying? I used to watch MTV like I was religious. You know what I mean? When your MTV Raps came on, I was on there. Turn the TV on and I'm stuck. I'm watching the whole show. I'm not getting up to go to the bathroom or nothing. And then one day, they started with Rakim and all these guys. And then one day KRS came and he was like, "Yo, I'm a teacher." I'm like, but he was like, I used to be criminal minded. And I'm like, So this brother is evolving. So that's what captivated my whole world. You know what I'm saying? When it came to hip hop, he brought me in. Now I was hungry. I'm like, yo, I need more. You know what I mean? This guy right here is talking the talk I'm talking. Had it not been for hip hop, I wouldn't probably been just like everybody else, staying to myself, minding my business, which I really did. Because I'm the only child on my mom's side, you know what I mean? For my mom, my mom's only child. You know what I mean? So I really always had fun with myself. Like I never really needed a lot of people to enjoy myself. I never really needed an army. I never really needed shooters. I never really needed people to follow me. None of that. You know what I mean? Because I was self-contained and self-love. Like I love myself so much, I could enjoy myself in any given facet. You know what I'm saying?
J Crush.
Yeah.
When did you realize, yo, I got the gift of gab. I'm a promote. I'm a get it. Where did you have that realization?
Well, it's crazy. I had actually started out b-boying first, you know, then graffiti, and then hanging out, you know, in Montclair, New Jersey, growing up with Fatal from the Outlaws. Shout out to Fatal, rest in peace, Fatal. You know, being around him made me want to rap, so I started rapping. And then from rapping, I had met Bilal Allah from Rap Pages magazine on a New York City subway one day. We were headed to the New Music Seminar, and he gave me like the issue that had Eric B. and Rakim on the cover, and this is when Don't Sweat the Technique came out. And I saw an ad in there that said we're looking for street promoters, you know, so I responded to him. And it's funny, they didn't get back to me. Like it was a couple of years. Like actually, they didn't get back to me. But Jay Smooth from the B-Boy Kingdom in Rap Pages, he got back to me years later. And from there, he started out saying, "Well, look, could you go around and get people to fill out?" I had like these sheets that they had like name, address, phone number, all of that. He said, could you get people to fill this out, send it back to us, and then we can give them like promotional items and things like tapes and stuff like that. And I did so well, they made me the Eastern Regional, so I was head of the whole East Coast. And then it was like, oh look, do you go to any shows and concerts and things like that? And he was like, write little articles on whatever, like cover them when you go to them, write little articles about them and send them back. And from that point, I started meeting like people from record labels, and I started doing street promotions from record, you know, for the record labels, the major record labels, Def Jam, Warner Brothers, everybody. And at the same time, I became a hip hop journalist.
I see you, Lil. Drunken now. Switch City. Yeah. All my life I've been waiting on this vibe. This vibe. This vibe. Say all my life I've been waiting on this vibe. This vibe. This vibe. So close your eyes and vibe with me. Close your eyes and vibe with me. Yeah. So close your eyes and vibe with me. Yeah. Close your eyes and vibe with me. I'm speaking mathematics. Yeah. I started out with a nick bag. Turn that shit into 2 for 5s. 2 for 5s to an 8th Street. 8th Street into a half ounce. Come on. Half ounce into a whole zip. Whole zip into a quarter pound. Quarter pound into a HP. HP into a whole plate. Yeah, nigga, my flow's so great. Most y'all niggas have no faith. I'm flyer than a snowflake. 740 Li, interior Colgate. Scarier situations, my heart never pulsates. Put your hand on my chest, it's beating at a slow rate. Play it back, nigga, rotate. You been hating on me since 08. Hold wait, I mean 9, 5, 7 years in this country, bitches screaming out I'm live. Back when me slanging Lou used to walk the street and bomb guys. Hotter than bonfires, arm bars and bonfires. You get played, John Myers. We get paid, bond bars. We want that, Millennium car buyers. I'm run flat, Millennium car tires. Which means I won't go soft. Fought depression off and I ain't never need Zoloft. I'm a mean show off. I want the smoke, no cough. Take a swing at your head like Daniel Kango golf. All my life I've been waiting on this vibe. This vibe. This vibe. Say all my life I've been waiting on this vibe. this vibe, this vibe. So close your eyes and vibe with me. Close your eyes and vibe with me. So close your eyes and vibe with me. Close your eyes and vibe with me. I'm speaking.
Your writing process. When you fall into the zone, is the music necessary, or is it sometimes you just sitting in the room and it's like, yo, grab your pen?
I'll tell you the truth about my writing process. How I became dope. Prior to me starting writing, there were two young men, Slang Ton, may he rest in peace, my partner Loon One, and also DJ Third Rail, who was my biggest motivator at one point in my career. But these gentlemen came to my house and they just started rapping. And the rhymes they were kicking was so phenomenal. I was like, yo, I got to learn how to write that. So I was like, yo, man, how do you get fresh? It was like, yo, just rock with us. So every day, you know, I used to live in East Orange on Washington Street, and they'll come to the house, and they'll be like, yo, we're gonna walk downtown Newark to the arcade. Back then, the arcade on downtown was the livest spot. My brother Max Sewell used to be out there, and you know, a lot of other people used to be out there just waiting for the cypher to start. But the writing process was so crazy how they got dope was as we were walking, we had notepads. So I would have bars as I'm walking from, I say it's a long walk from East Orange to downtown Newark to the arcade. So by the time I got to the arcade, I had 16 bars that I thought about. They didn't go in order. So when I got downtown, I had to sit outside on the curb while the buses drove by my foot, and I'm trying to organize the 16 bars I got. I mean, because that's how you became dope. You didn't just sit down and listen to a beat and write your whole verse. You took your time. You'll write one bar, maybe 10 minutes, another two will come, but you'll have it in a disorganized setting in your head and on paper, and you're like, yo, how do you make this fit? And for some reason, when you got downtown and that crowd came, those rhymes fell into place. Like every bar made sense. So our key to being dope was you can't get dope lines unless you're outside in the public walking. Because when you walk, you have better thoughts. You know what I mean? So your thoughts are purer when you walk as well. Because as you're outside in the public, there's always spirits in the air that it can come and say what's up to you that you don't know they're talking to you. You know what I mean? And you're just like, dang, I thought of that bar, that was fresh. Yeah, I can't wait to get downtown and use this. And then you get downtown and you're like, yo, man, it's crazy. This shit makes sense. So that was my writing process when I first started off. That's how I became dope. Then after that, me and Y'all Lover, because we got dope, but we weren't songwriters. You know what I mean? So me and Yah from the Outsidaz is we used to be in his basement, his baby mom basement, and we was like, yo, man, all we're gonna do is smoke and write, because we want to be writing something every day. So me and y'all would be in the basement just drinking 40s, smoking blunts, and playing beats and writing. This was even after I was dope already. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted a new way of just writing. So we just mastered the writing process to the point where it was like closing your eyes, I could do it with my eyes closed. You know what I mean? We put in the work for hours and hours and hours and weeks and months. And that was one of the illest times where I was like, you know what? We have evolved. You know what I mean? Because yeah, I was writing downtown, walking and doing that, but still that was not all end all be all. You know what I mean? That was just one writing process. The second writing process was listening to beats. So I've learned both writing processes, but the one that I actually enjoyed the most was walking and writing. I ain't even gonna lie.
Do you think in this day and time a person could have the impact that the street teams had when they first started, when they first made their rounds in the 90s? Do you think they would be viable now in the internet age?
Definitely. I think so. Well, I know so. You know, because I'll say for me, you know, it's more intimate that way, like hanging up the posters and actually passing out the flyers and everything, because you know you can actually meet people, you can actually shake hands, you can actually get a smile or give a smile, like yeah, you know, what is this, and you can you're actually hands on, you know, you're meeting the people, you're out there in the public, you're becoming one with the public, with the people, whereas on social media is just, you know, you posting stuff or what have you, it's like just computer images or whatever. You just, you know, you don't know these people or what have you. All it is you put a picture up or a flyer up or wherever you posting it. But it's better to me that I actually get to meet you. I think it's better because you're getting out there, you know, you're active, you're moving. You're not just sitting down on some computer all day, you know what I mean? You're letting your presence be known, you know. And me, I do both. I do online and I hang up posters still. You know, I pass out flyers, I talk to the people. It's always better that way. A lot of people don't understand the importance of promotion. You know, because without promotion and marketing, you know, no one's gonna know you exist. You know, so how they gonna support you if they don't even know you're there? You know, people underestimate, like, oh, you know, I could do that myself. But no, you can't, because if you're focused on certain things, like especially if you're the CEO or what have you, there's different things that you're focused on. So you really don't have the time to pass out flyers or hang up posters or what have you. And that's why I come in.
Make a G a day selling stolen drop threes. Ain't nothing funny, run up on you when it's sunny. Torn your tummy, all for the money. When I cop the 5 with the Batman eyes, you can ride. But first, hustle is 2 or 5.
Yeah, niggas live for it, niggas die for it. End up on the run with 35 warrants. Your boy, you get you shot with your gun. Leave you laying there screaming at the top of your lungs. Zero white guys with nice lives, I'm Tycon. Only mess with girls that got 5 jobs. Catch you sit around when they laugh. Be them same niggas get you for a £1.50. Yeah, beef start, better keep the spark. Cause a fool and his money will soon depart. I'm trying to keep money. Keep money, money, money. Keep money. Keep money, money, money. Weed money. Weed money, money, money. Keep my seed money. Seed money, money, money. Trick money. Trick money, money, money. Quick money. Quick money, money, money. Rich money. Rich money, money, money. You want a frozen budget? I'm holding ducats. Anything I want to do, I goes and does it.
And I must say this, the one thing that changed majorly from when I got in the game, like you said, and I just thought of this, women has always been portrayed in a negative light. You know what I mean? We use them to market our music in a sense, you know what I mean? Because everybody wants to see a voluptuous woman, you know what I mean? Especially the brothers behind bars. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't get interact with women that much. So one thing that changed is this plastic surgery shit. Like, if they were doing it back then, I ain't know. I mean, they hit it perfect. But that has destroyed so many lives. Young women trying to keep up, going to the store, buying tire flat, putting it in their ass, going to this, buying some kind of injection. I just seen a video the other day. They just putting this shit in their ass by themselves, some yellow shit. I mean, that right there. And I say this to say that to say this. The faker you are, the realer you appear. Because right now, we're living in the world of illusion. Once the native tongue, KRS-One and EPMD, was deemed too positive, you can't sell this positivity, you know, no one wants to see that, you know, you guys are doing too much of right, there's a different, whole nother world out there, you know what I mean? It's like, they just said, you know what, man, it ain't making enough money, we need to find a way to make more money. But it was bigger than the money, it was also about the prisons, about the private prisons they had in mind, or they had the plan they already had in place. So now you had to create negative content, you know what I mean, so that it could perpetuate violence, so that the kids that see it will want to go out and act the fool. Because you remember, before like he said, the Zulu Nation, they came into play when stuff started getting crazy, when the gangs didn't know how to act. He made us a safe place for everybody to party. Cool Herc did that as well. I mean, that era was cool. Like, everybody started waking up. And I think they had a glimpse of Malcolm X somewhere around there too. They had a glimpse of Martin Luther King. So the message back then was always, even if it carried over after both of those gentlemen passed away, may they rest in peace, the message still was floating in the air like, yo, we gotta be positive, we gotta support our people, we gotta give our people the better opportunity, especially women, because women are our mothers, they're our sisters, you know what I'm saying, they're our grandmothers, you know what I mean, they're our nieces. And women mainly has always been more so living in fear than men, because a lot of women won't go places because they think this will happen to them or that happen to them.
What's the one thing that you want people to take away from you as an artist, and your craft and all that you've done? If they could take one thing from you, what would it be?
Be yourself, be original, and don't change for nobody. Don't fall victim to, social acceptance. I mean, not because everybody else doing it and you want to be cool, you got to do it too. You're cool in your own way. Trust me, there's people that's cool just like you that will find you and y'all end up hanging together. One thing music did for me was save my life. You know what I mean? And I hope that y'all understand that the way things are being portrayed right now, you have to save you. Don't worry about the next man or the next woman. Worry about you. Because once you save you, then you can save somebody else. Because the way they're doing it today, it is what it is. We can't deny it. You know what I mean? It looks great on the outside, like I said, but behind the scenes is the same old game.
Yeah. Sad sis, mom. You already know. I'm getting to this money, ain't nothing stopping me. When I blow up, I'm gon' throw it up. Yeah. I'm gon' throw it up. I'm getting to this money, ain't nothing stopping me. When I blow up, I'm gon' throw it up. Yeah. I'm gon' throw it up. I'm getting to this money, ain't nothing stopping me. When I blow up, I'm gon' throw it up. Yeah. Time don't wait for no man. You're programmed. Walk this way like Run DMC for the loud or the low hand. I get it for the low fam. Like Reggie, I'm the dope man. Slanging bud and blow right out of a coke can. Here to raise the bar like Conan arms. Leave you bleeding like a bitch on a pair with no tampons. Roll up a backwood. Niggas taking a long damn time. You in the right hood. Throwing up the wrong gang signs. Now you stuck, can't get out. Wave with pines. I'm not JJ, but I'm having real good times. I used to be in these streets committing real hood crimes. Same thing that left me broke, made me rich. Loud banging, gotta take baby sips. My lady thick, plus she not no 80s chick. I put that work in my nigga. Gravy shift, gears in that Porsche Boxster 86, top back, acting like animaniacs. With a bunch of bad bitches, they all brainiacs. And they came strapped with the K and the Mac. They stay in the back, that nigga snap, leave his brains detached. I'm getting to this money, ain't nothing stopping me. When I blow up, I'm gon' throw it up. Yeah, I'm gon' throw it up. I'm getting to this money, ain't nothing stopping me. When I blow up, I'm gon' throw it up. Yeah, I'm gon' throw it up.
In days to come, what can the people look forward to from As Is?
Right now, number one, this is everywhere. Drunken Now, that's my brand. My wife and kids thought about the name. I had my artist and my homie Melvin draw up the artwork. Blessings from my cousin Trey. He plugged me with Mel did it. So this right here is what we're focused on. Also, I have myself, Kenya Cook, Maury Winkler, Gary Owens, Andre Cathy, and a gentleman named Sean. Sean, I apologize, I don't remember your last name. We all came together to create the very first major festival in East Orange. And the festival is called FREE. And the acronym for FREE is Family Reunion Empowering Everyone. At this festival, we're gonna bring motor vehicles, We're gonna bring brothers and sisters who are educated in credit and also money management and in how to invest and save your money. We're gonna have free food. We're gonna have dancing competition, maybe a little flag football kind of catchy thing. Like, we're just gonna do so much for the kids. I need the support from everyone in the governor's office, because I already got the mayor. So if you have a non-profit, or you have a business, or you're a bank that wants to support, or a food store, please don't hesitate to hit us up and let us know that you want to help the children. Another thing, I just dropped a single called Drunken Owl. It's out now on YouTube. You could just type in DRUNKN space OWL. The video will pop up. If you put OWL then clean, the clean version will pop up for the children. Instagram at Real As Is, REALAZIZZ. You can find me on Twitter at Real As Is, REALAZIZZ. You can find me on Facebook at Aziz Salam. That's AZIZZSALAAM. You can also find the brand at Drunken Owl on Instagram. That's at DRUNKNOWL on Instagram. And I think I messed up the Twitter. The Twitter is The Real As Is.
J Crush, how can artists find you if they want to secure your services as a promoter?
On Facebook, I'm Goff J Crush Phillips. That's GOFF J Phillips. Instagram GJP J Crush. Twitter at GEEPEE. And also my email, my Gmail, that's GEEPEEJ33@gmail.com.
MC. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's that boom bap. MC hip hop. Oh yeah. It's that boom bap. Street hop. Street hop. Boom bap TV. It's that boom bap. MC hip hop. Yeah. It's that boom bap. MC hip hop rap. Yeah. Spit it acapella all tracks. It's that boom bap. MC hip hop rap. Spit it acapella all track. It's that boom bap. It's that boom bap. It's that boom bap. MC hip hop rap. All track. Oh yeah.